good afternoon. Here is the news at 4. First, the highlights. Lagos State government calls for collective input by professionals to avert building collapse. President Tinubu scraps Niger Delta Sports Development Ministries. On the foreign scene, U.S. accuses North Korea of sending troops to Russia amid war with Ukraine. And in sports, Nigeria's Flying Eagles battle ready for Waffle B game against Cote d'Ivoire. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. The Lagos State government has called for collective inputs by building professionals to make Lagos State safe and devoid of building collapse. General Manager, Lagos State Materials Testing Laboratory Agency, LSMTL, Olayinka Abdul, made the call at a collaborative meeting with executives of the Nigerian Institution of Geotechnical Engineers, NIGE. Abdul noted that every collapse is evidence of a defaulting foundation that shows badly coordinated parameters being interpreted and implemented wrongly from mismatched exponential transformations. She explained that the Lagos State government has prepared levels of checks to make all specifications align using LSMTL to analyze samples on proponent structures to conform with what the designers have done for re-evaluation and realignment. While pointing out the major culprits that aggravate crumpled buildings in the construction industry, the general manager ascribed such anomalies to the ineptness of professionals to consider safety of lives as a paramount factor, regardless of social strata or status. The Lagos State Drivers Institute LASDRI has launched a comprehensive behavioral defensive driver training program in partnership with GIZ organization. This initiative aims to enhance road safety by equipping drivers with essential defensive driving skills and fostering positive behavioral changes behind the wheels. Speaking at the training, General Manager of LASDRI, Afusat Tiamiu, who emphasized the importance of the Themes Plus agenda, particularly its first pillar, which focuses on traffic management and transportation, urged drivers to see their work as critical in ensuring the safety and efficiency of the transportation sector. Tiamiu stated that the program aligns with LASDRI's vision of raising the standard of driving in Lagos and to ensure that drivers understand the professional responsibility they carry.
Mr. Governor Babajide Shola Sanwo-Olu is passionate about all citizens, especially drivers. That's the reason why they established this, which is Lagos State Driver Institute, for us to bring drivers to classroom on daily basis towards improving their driving skills, driving knowledge, and we have been on the last 15 years. So Lagos drivers are better drivers now.
Also speaking at the event, the Security Risk Management Advisor of GIZ Nigeria and ECOWAS, Ernest Aliozo, explained that the program is designed to train, retrain, and untrain drivers, focusing on essential security tips for driving and effective interaction with passengers.
With how to drive professional. Defensive driving is about being safe yourself and ensuring that other road users are also safe. They are also constantly meeting who are their clients. So how to interact with these clients are also integral part of training. How to behave with other colleagues. How to also, they handle sensitive documents. How to handle these documents also part of.
An occupational health and safety consultant for GIZ organization, Tuoyo Edward Aveyingo, added that the program includes simulations designed to help drivers respond effectively in real-life situations, encouraging them to contribute positively to safety on the road. The event also attracted drivers from the southwest region. Ogun Osun River Basin Development Authority, ORBDA, has assured that the era of hunger in the nation will soon become history. Orbda, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer at Dideji Ashiru, who gave the assurance, said efforts are being made by President Tinubu to tackle food insecurity in the country are already yielding results. Ashiru, who stated this in Abuja, where 200 Southwest farmers were trained in irrigation farming by Orbda, said President Tinubu is working towards ending food scarcity and improving agricultural practices in the nation. Addressing beneficiaries at the training, Ashiru said the program is part of the president's efforts in job creation and food production in the agricultural sector. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu and the Federal Executive Council, FEC, have scrapped the Niger Delta Ministry and the Ministry of Sports Development. According to a tweet by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, the decision was reached during the FEC meeting held in Abuja. There will now be a Ministry of Regional Development to oversee all the regional development commissions, such as Niger Delta Development Commission, Northwest Development Commission, Southwest Development Commission, and the Northeast Development Commission. The National Sports Commission will take over the role of the Ministry of Sports. The FEC will approve the merger of the Ministry of Tourism with the Ministry of Culture and Creative Economy. The development comes following recent clamor for a reduction in the number of ministries and political officers in the country to reduce governance costs. The federal government had in June reiterated its commitment to the implementation of the Stephen Orosai report, aimed at reducing the cost of governance through merging, scrapping, and relocating departments and agencies. In an attempt to significantly resolve the syndrome of out-of-school children, the Senate has called for a national summit after briefings with President Bola Tinubu. This resolution was taken during plenary after the submission of a report of the Committee on Education, Basic and Secondary, on the compelling need to tackle the challenge of out-of-school children in Nigeria. Chairman of the committee, Usman Adamu, said over 2 million out-of-school children have been enrolled in the last 1 year through the collective efforts of the agencies of the ministry working on out-of-school children education. The lawmakers identified the out-of-school children menace as a time bomb, demanding solutions that transcend that of the federal government alone. And now to foreign news. The United States says there is evidence that North Korea has sent soldiers to Russia, as South Korea said about 3,000 soldiers are being trained before being deployed to battlefields in Ukraine. Confirming their presence, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said further clarity is needed on what the soldiers have been doing there. South Korea's spy agency, the National Intelligence Service, NIS, said that another 1,500 North Korean soldiers joined the 1,500 the agency recently estimated had reached Russia earlier in October. North Korea had promised to provide about 10,000 soldiers to Russia, whose deployment was likely to be completed by December. Russia has dismissed the troops' deployment as fake news, while North Korea has attempted to keep news of the dispatch from spreading. And away from all that, now sports. The Flying Eagles of Nigeria are determined to secure a win against Cote d'Ivoire in their second Group B match of the 2024 WAFU Zone B Under-20 Championship at the Municipal Stadium Lomé on Thursday. After losing 1-0 to Burkina Faso in the first match, the Flying Eagles are condemned to beat the Young Elephants in order to rekindle their title defense and qualification for next year's Under-20 Men's Africa Cup of Nations. The team's head coach Aliou Zabairu has blamed the loss to Burkina Faso on the physicality of the opponents that adversely affected their game plan. The WAFU Under-20 Championship serves as a qualification for the 2025 Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations, with only the finalists going through. This 2025 Under-20 AFCON will also serve as the African qualifiers for the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Chile, where the 4 semi-finalists will qualify automatically. And that's all for the news at 4. Just before we go, ensure the registration mark on your vehicle is clear and visible at all times. You can follow us on all our various social media platforms: on X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 300 youths were trained in aquaculture and poultry farming? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Government has called for collective input by build professionals to make Lagos safe and devoid of building collapse. President Bola Tinubu and the Federal Executive Council, FEC, have scrapped the Niger Delta Ministry and the Ministry of Sports Development. We also told you that the United States has confirmed that there is evidence North Korea has sent soldiers to Russia, as South Korea said about 3,000 soldiers are being trained before being deployed to battlefields in Ukraine. And in sports, Flying Eagles of Nigeria are determined to secure a win against Cote d'Ivoire in their second Group A match of the 2024 WAFA Zone B Under-20 Championship at the Municipal Stadium, Lomé, on Thursday. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Abiola Fagbolagun. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe.